and then I was looking for things. Okay, so this is the content folder, and I decided to put the new online schedule just at the bottom. It's below all the folders just to make it easy to find. And as you can see, it looks different. I kind of just have things shown, the schedule for each week. It didn't really make sense to divide it up into Mondays and Wednesdays. I am going to give a brief talk on each Monday and Wednesday, but like if you can do things on your own time. So I didn't kind of divide it up that way. I am trying to get through, like right now I have everything that I'd planned to do for the whole semester, but we're already a week behind and a little bit more trying to figure out all of this stuff. So it's going to, hopefully we'll get through pretty much everything. I think I might have to abbreviate some of the things in the last week, but I really do, like there's a lot of stuff here that's important to get through. So I'm going to try to do my best. So anyway, this week we're doing finishing up electron arrangement, periodic trends and chemical bonds. I know that's a lot, but again, we're behind. It's not more than, it's like still under 3 hours of total lecture, but it's like a lot of stuff. And then next week we're doing all kinds of different bonding. And that's a lot of lectures, but some of them are pretty short, like the polyatomic ions is pretty short. But so basically at that point, when we finish bonding, that's the end of all the content for exam 2. And so I'm going to have that exam, I think it's on the Wednesday, the 15th. So Monday will be review. So I'm trying to get like all of the new content in the next couple of weeks so that you have time to like digest it. And on Monday I'll review, and on Wednesday, and you can take the exam. And since it's gonna be online, I'm not exactly sure how that's gonna look. You'll probably have some flexibility about when you can take it. I'll try to, like, I know this is a really hard way to learn, especially, this wasn't what you had planned on doing at the beginning of the semester, to have like a remote class. So I will do my best to make sure that you understand the content and that I'm available to answer any questions that you might have. So that's the basic schedule, and then after that we have the rest of the stuff going forward towards the final, which I'll get into later. So by the way, I think I said this on the announcement, but I decided to make project 2 extra credit because we've got a lot to get through, and it's more important to like get through the chemistry than to do that, I think. And then hopefully that'll give you a chance to also earn some extra points if you want to do it. But then if you don't have time, you don't have to do it. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that later, because that's like all to do with compounds, which we're going to learn about in the next couple lectures. So I'll wait till after the exam to describe that in case you do want to do the extra credits. I just have some notes here. I'm trying to make sure I'm covering everything that I want to. Yeah, and on the schedule, I have like all assignments due on Monday, including homework and quizzes. And I did this because it kind of, the schedule is just kind of nebulous. But I am going to be, more flexible going forward, because I realize people have like a lot of stress in their lives right now. So, if you can't get something done, just let me know. Don't let you, but you still need to do the work. So like if you get too far behind, you're not going to be able to do the exam. So I strongly recommend staying on top of things. Let me know if, something is not working for you. Okay, so. All right, so I'll just go through and show you where the other things are in the because it's changed a little bit. So like now, oh yeah, like right here, we've got the lecture videos, which hopefully you've gotten a chance to at least look at this, but it's like a new folder in here. And then I've got the lectures. And it turns out for YouTube, if you aren't like a YouTube star, or at least have a large audience, you can only record 15 minutes at a time. So I have these in 15-minute chunks, which is probably just as well anyway, because that way you can take a break between them. But these are the 3 lectures for this week. So it's about 2 hours of lectures. The chemical bonding is it's pretty short. It's kind of an introduction to what we're doing next week. So you can click on the video, and I just have like a little bit of advice here if you haven't watched lectures online. In a way, it's actually pretty nice because you can actually increase the speed or decrease the speed. So if you understand something, or I'm repeating something that you already know, you can like increase the speed and you can still understand the words, but it goes faster. And then you can also like pause and rewind, like if you miss something. I know that when I'm listening to lectures, there's always times when I zone out, and you can then rewind, or if you just don't understand it the first time. So I definitely take advantage of that. That's one of the reasons I did it this way rather than live lectures, is I think, this will be at least one advantage of this whole thing, is that you can, have these recorded and then re-listen, or, listen at your leisure. And then if you've got like, something you have to do, you can pause and come back to it. Okay, so that's the lectures. And let me know if you have any trouble downloading these, or like any trouble with technology in general. Like I know, some of you are probably relying on computers on campus. And by the way, I do think TC3 has some computers available for use on campus. I don't know if you want to do that, but that is an option. And if there's anything you can't do, because you don't have the equipment you need, like you don't have a printer or something, just let me know. We'll try to figure it out. Hopefully, obviously I have to have like some sort of internet connection to even listen to this. But, and then one other thing is, like, I know like some people don't have Word on their computer. And I found like if you just like look at this little mountain symbol that's, I don't know what it's supposed to be, but it looks like a mountain to me. To the right, it says alternative formats. And this is true for anything, any of the Word documents that I have on here. And then if you click on the alternative formats, you can download a PDF, and it says tag PDF. I don't know what that means, but it's just a PDF. If you do have trouble, again, let me know. And in terms of doing the homework, you can either, if you do download the Word document, you can type it in, or people have been printing out and taking screenshots, and that works quite well. I can see it just fine. So that's a good way to do it if you want to do it by hand. And the homework, it will be a good way going forward to like kind of learn this material, because again, on the exams, I don't think it's going to be a different format. I'm going to try to have something like, besides multiple choice, like maybe fill in the blank, but I think it would be really hard to like do the kind of exam where I did for the first one, where you have like that part 2 and 3 where you write in the answers. So but I feel like that the homework's going to be where we're going to try to like get through and learn that material. Let's see. And so I think that's like, about all I had to say today. I just was like also just trying to figure out the technology and stuff. And then on Wednesday, I'm going to come back and I will go over, so we've got now, if you go to labs here, lab 7 is an online lab. So I'll, actually I've got it, I can do it. See here, instead of downloading it, I'll just get this. All right. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. And this is actually very similar to the lab that we were going to do before everything was canceled. And it's unfortunate we couldn't do this one because it's like my favorite lab. I would have, if I had known, I would have like squeezed this earlier in the semester. But in any case, you can kind of see like, I tried to simulate it. But on Wednesday, I'm going to explain this lab. And then I'm also going to, so you have a homework assignment due for next week. And you also have 2 quizzes. For the homework, I'm going to go through some sample problems that are very similar to the ones on the homework so that you get an idea of how to do them, and hopefully that'll help you with the homework. And I think that's kind of generally what my plan is going to be. Monday is going to be kind of giving, explaining what we're doing for the week, and then Wednesday I'll go through the lab and homework. So that way you should be able to, hopefully by Wednesday, have watched the lectures and at least looked at the homework so that you have an idea what you're doing. And then like I'll go through it so that you can see how it is. And then also before the exam, I'll have a review session that's like live, which so hopefully we'll kind of have a little mixture of like just the recorded lectures and this kind of thing where I'm going through homework and assignments and stuff. And then as for like questions, I recommend like if you have questions after watching the lectures, just email them to me and I will answer questions on Wednesday. I can also just respond to your email, but I'll also like kind of, you know, if you have a question, probably other students do too. So I'll go over them on Wednesday. And I'll do that like each time. So if you have questions at any time, just email them to me and then I'll go through them for everyone. And you can also just ask me during the Zoom session or, and I think there's a chat feature, although I must say I haven't quite figured that out yet. So you can type in a question or you can just ask me because we all have audio that we can use. So are there any questions? All right, yeah, I know this is like weird and, but I think that we'll end there and like, please don't hesitate to reach out and ask if you have any questions about anything, about format, about the science, and also tell me if things aren't working. I know this is like, I'm making it up as I go and, so hopefully we'll get through this together, but just let me know if it's not working for you. So, and it was, yeah, I really miss the seeing everyone. So it's a little sad kind of doing it this way, but I hope we get through the semester. Y'all worked hard so far and we'll try to get to the end. All right, good luck. I think that's it for now.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Okay, and I'll just stay on a minute. Like you can like log off, but if you do have any questions, I'll wait a minute in case anyone has any questions.